Get ready for a fascinating look at some behaviour between two boy koalas. You're going to find there's some things you're not going to have expected to see and hear today. What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Koala Gardens. Please make sure you smash that like button and leave me a comment. I'm Katrina and I'm passionate about saving koalas. I have a wildlife sanctuary and you get to share the experiences here with me. I also help create a beautiful series of children's books based on the animals here on the property. Please make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. You can help me help koalas even more. Closed captions are available in several languages thanks to Eric. And now, sit back and enjoy the video. This video is starring Legion and Zorro. And before we start, I just want to show you a little bit of property history because this tree that Legion is eating in is a few days before the main video we're going to look at, and this is the tree that now has the soft release enclosure around it. And if you look down, even only a few years ago, the young trees around it are only about 1 metre tall, 1.5 metres maybe, and now it's actually surrounded by a canopy of bush. Legion is a juvenile koala and he spent a couple of years here as he was going from late juvenile to a sub-adult, and as he became a full adult he did move on out from the property. So he had almost no scent gland when he arrived, and he's probably about 5.5 kilos in size in this video at the moment. What we can see is that Legion spent a lot of his time high up in the canopy of the mature trees eating his fill, and of course there was not very much browse available to them only a few years ago from the younger trees, which are now standing anywhere between 8 and 15 metres tall and being used quite regularly. Legion spent most of his time trying to kind of fly under the radar. He did have altercations with all 3 males over the couple of years that he spent time here. So he had altercations with Jordan, he had altercations with Bullet, and he had altercations with Zorro. And those are not fights to the death because he survived them and he was still around. They are simply the way that male koalas establish where each individual stands in the colony. And now we get to the exciting bit. I came along and found Zorro. Look at the scent gland on his chest. So Zorro is definitely a fully mature male and he is an alpha male. Here he goes, watch him jump. Koalas always prefer to jump to conserve energy whenever they can. Now watch, he's rubbing his scent gland on that tree as he goes up. Takes a lot of strength in the arms and the legs for koalas to climb. Now I'll also note for you that I was surprised because I hadn't noticed it's Legion. Just listen to that bellow. So he's only a little juvie, but he's telling Zorro, no way, man, no way. You can see both a size and colour difference between Legion and Zorro, but Zorro actually ignores him and goes up higher, but then wait, I hate that slip. So scary when that happens. But Zorro just takes it in his stride, keeps going, and you can hear Legion is still going. And Zorro's found a spot higher up, and he's going to just sit there and have a bit of a think about the situation. And Legion's bellowing is just kind of winding down. Well, that last noise was telling him, wasn't it? And Zorro settled himself in a fork higher up in the tree. Now, when I came along later, Zorro was gone, Legion was having a good feed, so whatever went on between them, they sorted it out, and Legion still stayed using the property for, well over a year after this little event. But it's always fascinated me, that little bit of behaviour, and just how cool and calm Zorro was as an alpha, going, yeah, whatever, I'll just go past you, don't worry about me. The really important thing about male koala behaviour is that while they do argue, it's not very often a life or death situation. It's really about keeping the colony community structure stable. So the males need to ensure that everyone knows who's boss and what is acceptable behaviour within the community, and those noisy little altercations are how they work that out. And Legion shows typical koala behaviour. We always go down branches in reverse, and whenever possible, take a good flying leap. Would you like to see that leap again in slow motion? You can really see the power in those arms and legs that way. And guess what? You have made it through to the end of yet another video. I hope you enjoyed this little peek at the complexity of male colony behaviour. So please make sure that you have hit like on this video, and in the comments below, can you write, "Let those boys bellow." Make sure that you are subscribed. There's lots more great video coming up soon. Thanks for visiting Koala Gardens. Did you hit the like button? Now before you go, there's lots more great video to see, and make sure you've subscribed and hit that notification bell.